Welcome to a Cupán Day. Folks, question. Big question of the day. Where does your mind go wandering to? Where does it go wandering to? Well, here's the reason I go and ask the question. I was reading during the week, and this is the quote that I went and read. A quote by Walt Whitman, or attributed to Walt Whitman, and it goes and says, if you want to know where your heart is, look to where your mind goes when it wanders. If you want to know where your heart is, look to where your mind goes when it wanders. So tell me this, where does the old mind go wandering? And we could be people and our minds go wandering to all sorts of places. Apparently, us men, when we sit down and we're doing nothing at all, we're thinking about nothing at all. We'll give you an example. A very famous example of a mind wandering is kept in the words of Spancel Hill, which goes and says, last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, my mind being bent and rambling, to Ireland I did fly. I stepped aboard a vision, and I followed with the wind, till next I came to anchor at the cross of Spancel Hill. And of course, what he's doing is his heart, his mind is thinking about being back home in Ireland. He thinks about his first love, he thinks about all the neighbours, and he's thinking all about being back home. And so, the whole point that Whitman is making out is, well, because your mind goes wandering there, that's where your heart is. Your heart is back at home. And we see that in that song. The question is then, where is it that your mind wanders? And if that is the case, then where is it that your heart is? Now, that got me thinking about the whole idea of where is it that my mind wanders. And I'll tell you something for nothing, that shall remain between me and my thoughts. However, as I was thinking and pondering on all of that, the thing that really struck me from the psalm that I was reading was this, out of Psalm 63. David, speaking about the Lord, goes and says, on my bed I remember you. I think of you through the watches of the night, because you are my help. I sing in the shadow of your wings. My soul clings to you. Your right hand upholds me. Isn't that lovely? So when David, even though he's the king of the land, even though he ends up that he's in wars, and even though he has much going on in his mind, while he's lying there on bed, in the watches of the night, his thoughts are upon the Lord. Now, can you say the same? That's a good question. Can I say the same? That would be a good question. Jesus, as we know, goes and says in the Gospels that where your treasure is, there is your heart. So where is it and what is it do you treasure? Where does your thoughts go? Where does your mind go when it wanders? Because according to Whitman, that's where your heart is. David could go and say that when his mind wandered, it wandered into the very presence of God. It wandered to a place where he took shelter in the wings of the Almighty. Why? Because he knew God as his help. In fact, it created in him a song, and he would sing. On my bed I remember you. I think of you through the watches of the night, because you are my help. I sing in the shadow of your wings. My soul clings to you. Your right hand upholds me. Is that where we're at?